Well, good evening, Arvada West Choir people. We're so excited to be here tonight to broadcast our annual awards night. Mr. Penning and I did plenty of talking about this, and we thought in this very strange time, it was more important than ever to get together and do what we normally do in May, which is celebrate our students and do a Pops concert, and we're going to be doing both of those things. So I'm really excited to be celebrating the hard work of our students. In this time of distance learning, it became apparent that it's really quite easy to deliver content, but that's not the main reason our choir students do what they do. They're here for the love of music and for their friends and for the community that we all have. And so it's our commitment to you to continue to do whatever we can to foster that community and continue to celebrate our students in the best way that we can. So tonight is just the first part of that. So I'm gonna pass it on to Mr. Penning. She's gonna say a few words and get this party started.
Hi everyone. It's wonderful to be here tonight, celebrating a great year in spite of everything. And I think we're happy to be here in the best way that we know how to celebrate, and while recognizing that it's so inadequate to all of the joy and the gratitude and the hardships too that we've had this year, that we're not able to do that justice right now, and we so wish we could be together. But we're going to try, and we're going to celebrate those of everyone in the choir department who's really contributed so much to our community, the parents, the students, from freshman to senior. So let's get going on that celebration. So the first group of people we want to honor tonight are those who are admitted to Jeffco Honor Choir. The Jeffco Honor Choir is a group of students from around the district who are selected to sort of showcase the best of choral music that Jeffco has to offer. And these 8 students auditioned for a panel of AWHS and Ralston Valley teachers, and they were selected above their peers to participate in that. So congratulations to all 8 of these students that had a great learning experience and honor in participating in that group. The next group of kids we want to honor is our letter winners. This, for those of you who didn't know, it was possible to letter in choral music. It is recognition really of going above and beyond what we ask of our students to do on a daily basis in class. It means that these students are dedicated, that they are involved, they are in multiple aspects of the program, are the heart of our choir program. And you can see here all of the many letter winners that we had this year.
Congratulations, letter winners and honor choir members. We're going to go on to choir leadership team recognition. So these students apply in the spring, and we have actually applications going on right now for next year, the spring of the previous year, and they fill out an application that has some questions, just kind of addressing their character and so forth. They're all seniors, and they represent choirs from across the department. They're responsible for a lot of things. One of the things is taking care of the chaos backstage at our concerts, particularly the big things like Holiday Collage, and they got out of doing Pops this year. But when there's hundreds of students to organize backstage, that's a huge job. So the directors can just be outstage and on stage and doing our conducting and so forth. So they also organize social events and things like that, as well as help us in recruitment activities. So these 8 students really do a lot. So I want to extend my thanks and gratitude and congratulations to our choir leadership team. Congrats, guys. Up next is our All-State Choir participants. So this year we had 33 students make All-State. That's That's a lot. I've always been really proud of the representation that we've had at Allstate. There's usually one school that edges us out, and that school is Cherry Creek High School, but they have like 4,000 students. So I think we're doing okay. But the Allstate edition here in Colorado is really actually one of the most rigorous Allstate editions in the country. The students have to do anything from interval recognition and singing, as well as some pretty difficult sight reading and rhythm reading exercises, scales, triads, and then they have to prepare a solo, a full-length classical solo or art song. And so we spent a lot of time, probably 2.5 months, especially at the start of the school year, really digging in and preparing our upperclassmen and getting ready for that audition. And even just those students who didn't necessarily get selected but completed the audition is really a big deal. It's you walk in there and there's a judge that you don't recognize, and it feels really high stakes, and it's pretty nerve-wracking for a lot of our students. So it's a big deal, and I just want to extend my congratulations to our Allstate choir participants. And there you get to see all their awesome individual pictures too.
That's awesome. Congratulations, everyone from Allstate. The next group of people we want to honor are what I like to call our sight reading champions.
Woo!
Yay! This is one of my favorite awards. I shouldn't have favorites, but this one is really fun. But it also is a great marker of a lot of hard work and dedication. So you all know the sight reading assignments that you do, and some of us just do the ones that are required for class. But a select few, actually many students do more than that, but a few do a lot. And these students are very dedicated to getting better at reading music. They're often working very hard to improve themselves as musicians. And it is just wait till you hear these numbers. It's always incredible how many examples some of these kids have done. So I can run a report on Sight Reading Factory that shows me I did this from August 1st this year. So it's just this year. So it doesn't make it more if you're a senior. So the seniors who are on this did it just their senior year. Think about some senioritis. I think that's really impressive. So first up in vocal showcase with 1,572 examples, Mike McKay. Woo!
All right.
And in Company West with 1,702 sight reading examples, Reed Brzezinski. In concert choir, 955, Charlie Lee. In Sounds of Calliope with 197, Grace Cochran. In Women's Ensemble with 355, Gabrielle Hansen. And in Free Agents with 294, Gavin Watson. And then the sight reading grand champion, the person in the whole department who has done the most sight reading examples since August 1st with 3,236, Bella Weiss. Hey, that is pretty
good job, everybody.
Pretty crazy.
That's awesome. Next up, we have our senior medallions. This is like the letter winners, but even a little bit beyond that, and it's just for seniors. So it's a cumulative number of things that they've accomplished and items that they've checked off the list. Basically, you have to be really involved and really dedicated to get one of these. These students are awarded a medal with a purple and white ribbon. A lot of students like to put this on their graduation gown when they graduate. So that's a really cool thing. So you can see their names and their pictures up there. These are some really dedicated students that have been involved and have contributed a ton to our department. So I want to congratulate all of our senior medallion winners. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations. Next up is our 4-year service awards. These are also members of our senior class that have been in choir for 8 semesters for all 4 years of high school. So this really represents, all of those people who have had the full gamut of choral experiences here at Arvada West and really been involved their whole high school career. So it's fun to see all those names. We're really going to miss all of them. Congratulations.
Yeah, I really enjoyed, going through and looking at all those students who were involved, freshman year. Basically, I just look at our senior list and go back and check, like, who was in choir first semester freshman year of whatever year that was. Is that 16, 17? Was that 4 years ago?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, these 4 years really fly by, and it's fun to see. So congratulations.
Fun to remember what you guys were like when you were little freshmen. So.
Yeah, right, for sure. So next up, we have CMEA recognition. And I'd like to, for vocal cords, I'd like to bring the vocal cords director on to the set here, Miss Helen Gonzalez. And she's going to just share a few words about vocal cords and their very first experience performing at CMEA.
Hi, everyone. I am so proud of the accomplishments that vocal cords had this year. CMEA in particular was just such an honor. And because we meet after school, there were countless hours of work that each student needed to put in to prepare. Hard work and dedication and flexibility were all a part of the incredible performance that vocal cords had this year. Students took on different roles within the group, some even learning new music within weeks of the performance. The day of not only was there focus and determination and drive, but unity and heart and compassion. All of that culminating into a spectacular performance. Fellow directors and performers just raved about the excellent job that the students did. And vocal cords, they have this amazing ability to rise. And I have no doubt that each member will continue to exceed expectations for years to come. So great work, vocal cords, on a job well done.
That was really well said. Good job, Miss Gonzalez.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Speaking of CMEA, I want to recognize Company West as well. So for the first time ever, Arvada West had 2 vocal ensembles that were represented at CMEA. So we're really proud of that. There you can see the picture of Company West in front of the Broadmoor Lake. I think Colorado, we're lucky to live here. We have our state music conference at a 5-star hotel resort. I think that's awesome. So. In addition to performing at CMEA, Company West had the very unique and huge honor of performing at the Southwest American Choral Directors Association in Little Rock, Arkansas. They performed at the Robinson Center there, so you can see the picture there in front of the Robinson Center. That was right after our performance, and then the picture on the right is right at the end of our concert. Southwest ACDA in particular, we got to perform for hundreds and hundreds of people, almost all of whom don't know me or the students. They're just there just to hear excellence in choral music in the United States. The ovation that we had was just really special. I think I have been at just 2 ACDA concerts where this has happened, where there was an immediate standing ovation, and the chorus was applauded for a long time. You can see in the picture there that I'm applauding them as well. As you know, they did a really vulnerable program on school violence, and this concert was really difficult, actually, for a lot of students to sit with this content and talk about it and live in it for several months in preparing this music. But what we saw at ACDA is an appreciation for the students' courage, I think. They performed beautifully as well, but the audience applauded until long after the last singer exited the stage. And that's something I've only seen a couple of other times, and it was a really special moment for us. And so big accomplishment, but even more so, a really neat opportunity to spread a positive message to people from around the United States. So just want to say congratulations to Company West. So the next category is our Choiree Awards. So we can't do an awards night without these very, very important recognitions. So I'm going to let Esther start with the first few categories.
All right. One of my favorite parts of choir awards. So this first one, actually, it's not a particularly funny one, but it's one that we thought was well deserved. So this particular student was kind of drafted unofficially into some leadership team duties during Holiday Collage. He was, for one thing, asked to help keep people quiet during Peace and lineup, which, if you know anything about Holiday Collage, you know is a difficult job. So the Rising to the Occasion Award goes to Charlie Lee, who has just been a stalwart member of choir and who really helped out a lot this year and rose to the occasion by helping corral everyone at Holiday Collage. So congratulations to Charlie, and thanks for everything you did. Our next award comes out of our concert choir, which, as you know, wears, you see the title, Robe Daddies. We wear robes. Well, I don't, but, and you probably, many of you know that the last few years we've had a sort of robe queen christened. Liv Lincoln liked to really take charge of the concert choir robes. And so this year we were at a loss, and we asked in class, who will take over the mantle of robe queen? Who will organize the robes? And these two boys said, we will do it. We will be the robe daddies, which is their term. So this award goes to Jonathan Taseko and Stanley Sainer. Congratulations. And they did help organize them. Our next award goes to some girls in Sounds of Calliope. We had a really fun song this fall that was an Italian opera chorus from Verdi's version of Macbeth, which was really passionate and fun to do for the Halloween season. And it was in Italian. And like probably the day of the concert, maybe it was the day before, but I think it might have been the day of. These two girls came to me and they said, Mr. Penning, can we all wear witches hats? And I was like, sure. But yeah, okay, go get them. And these girls made it happen with like a day's notice. They collected everybody's money. They went out to the dollar store. They went to several different stores around town trying to get enough hats. And they managed to get enough hats for everybody in the choir to wear at the concert that night. So the most dedication to theatrical costumery goes to Mary Lou Killian and Chelsea Crowder for getting all of those awesome hats and making pretty special. Also for making it onto Miss Santarelli's Twitter feed. So.
Very nice. Congratulations, ladies. Next award is the Voice from Above Award. So it was right before CMEA. We actually had the composer of one of our pieces there in class to hear Company West perform this piece of music for the first time. And so we're kind of doing a dry run of the performance. And this young lady is just so dedicated to the technical side of things that in the middle of the performance, she went up on the catwalk and was adjusting lights. And she had a speaking cue at the right before the last song. And I just thought we'd skip over that. But nope, sure enough, from the catwalk, she delivered her spoken message. And it kind of, it was from above. So it kind of sounded like the voice of God coming down. So the Voice from Above Award goes to Chloe Dugan. Congratulations, Chloe. This was at I believe it was at our varsity men's retreat. It was either varsity men's or vocal showcase, the next award. We do as a team building activity, we like to break apart section by section and do choir related skits. And so that was kind of at the end of the day. It's just a fun thing where the kids can get together and create something choir related and do a performance for each other. I pick my favorite one, and then we call it a day. But all of a sudden I hear this like screaming in agony. So I run in, and Andy Coleman happened to hurt his leg really bad. He wound up having to go to urgent care. Everything was clear. He's all good, but that's just not something I thought I would have experienced. Rehearsing for a choir skit, having a significant leg injury. So the most likely to get hurt rehearsing choir skits award goes to Andy Coleman. So congratulations, Andy. Next, while we were in Arkansas on our trip there, we went to this fabulous barbecue place, just one of those kind of dive hole in the wall type places, but had a reputation of having some of the best barbecue in town. You got to have that when you're in the South. So it was buffet style, and there was some apple and peach turnovers that were part of the meal. I don't believe the student knew what turnovers were, so she came up with her own term, taco pies. So the taco pie award goes to Riley Jones. So, and there's a picture here. I don't know if she did this on Snapchat or what this is, but you can kind of read some of her very unique descriptions of her public service announcement. This is a taco pie. So I'll leave that up there for you just so everybody can read about what this taco pie thing actually is. I just got a kick out of that. I thought that was really funny. The next award is goes to a young man. It's almost no matter whether it's in a rehearsal or a performance or when it is, maybe even just in a social conversation, where he always has the most intense faces. And so the most intense face award goes to Max Tuning.
Yay!
And I was, as I was typing this award in, I was like, I wonder if I could go through Howard Weitzel's pictures that he always takes at concerts and find Max doing one of his classic faces. And sure enough, it took me no longer.
It wasn't that hard. Yeah.
No, it took me, I think, all of 30 seconds to find this picture. So. We have a little, Max is actually backstage here, and he texted, "How dare he?" All right. You'll get to hear from Max a little bit later. The next award. So vocal cords, when they performed at CMEA, they had a very early morning performance on, I think it was Friday of CMEA week. And so they got to go down the night before and do their sound check and then stay overnight in the Broadmoor. So I happen to be just walking through the main Broadmoor building, and I see these two random people in robes, and I'm like, who in the world is walking around in their robes? And sure enough, they were a couple of my students. So the Living It Up at the Broadmoor Award goes to Peyton Glenn and Ari Kemmler. There they are. So, you stay in a 5-star resort, you really got to take advantage of everything they have to offer. So the next award, this is actually our final choiree this year. This also happened on one of our choir trips. It looks like it was maybe right before our performance. Everybody's in their concert attire, and I don't know, I kind of feel like I might just have to let this slide come up and let the video play so you can see what happens here. We're on pins and needles waiting. Uh-oh. Our technical staff is having some difficulties loading the video.
I love that.
It's building the suspense is really what's
That's all right. Now we're just
happening.
Yeah.
We were just talking before this broadcast began, like, what happens if we screw something up? And it happens every year anyway, like something goes wrong. So why would this be any different? Let's just roll with it.
Exactly.
We don't need to correct it, right?
Nah, I don't think so. This is part of the charm. This is
That's right.
This is where the character is, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, Mr. Penning, keeping it positive, what has been your favorite part about quarantine?
My favorite part about quarantine, well, I guess, so most of you, you all probably should know that I had another baby this year. I have a little 5-month-old Clara. Yeah. And so a big silver lining for me is getting to spend more time with my kids. So that's been really nice. Also, we just got some baby chicks. So pretty cool. Yeah. How about you, Mr. Manu?
I'm getting word that our tech person doesn't have access to the video.
Maybe you can share your screen. Yeah.
I think I can do that. But to answer your question before I do that.
Yeah, this is fun.
Well, I guess we can keep it baby related. As most of you know, I have a now 10-month-old little boy. And it's just been really cool to be around Bodhi so much while he's developing and growing. And I don't know, I feel like if I was at work all day or something, I might be missing out on some of the things I'm seeing. So there's that. And I've also had this itch to be creative, even when I can't be directing choir. So I started composing. I wrote a piece with an original text, and I'm still working on getting it revised. So hopefully someday Arvada West can maybe perform it. So hang on, honey. Let's give Bodhi on screen here for a second.
Yay!
My son just happened to waltz by.
Bodhi.
Here's Bodhi.
Hi.
It's springtime, so he's wearing a baseball shirt.
Nice.
Today. So anyway, he's grabbing my headphones here.
Yeah.
So anyway, both of those things have been a joy. Obviously, I miss the students terribly, but I think it's a balance. I think we need to kind of feel the difficulty of all of this and process those emotions, but yet at the same time try to find those silver linings. So,
yeah.
And look at that! Yay. It looks like our video is ready to be.
Yeah, this was worth the wait. So. Just wait.
Yeah. So this is the Cramming in the Bathroom Award. And I don't think there was any sound on, but I think the best part of it was after the last person walked out, the toilet flushed. So, yeah, students really find ways to be creative when they're, together and backstage before a concert. So, good job, kids. Way to use your collective smart minds and do something really productive. So, yeah, I'm proud of all of you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm glad that was captured on video. So, all right. So next we have our individual choir. There's the names, by the way, the Cramming in the Bathroom Award. So I think Nicole was actually the one who videoed, and then the rest of the kids. What were there? 8 or 9 of them in there? How many?
Quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah. So good job, kids. I'm really proud of you. The next set of awards are individual choir awards. So these are voted on by the students. and we're going to start with free agents. So the most outstanding is Cody Carpenter. You can see on top there. The most improved is Gavin Watson. And the Work Ethic Award goes to Chris Ho. So I want to congratulate these three freshman boys for all of their good work this year.
Awesome. Great job, guys. So our next choir is Women's Ensemble. And the most outstanding award in that group goes to Blythe Lockwood. The most improved award goes to Elia Zuniga. And the the Work Ethic Award goes to Grace Wallace. So good job to all of you. And the next group in concert choir, the most outstanding award in this group goes to one of our awesome seniors in that group, Erica Rasmussen. The most improved award goes to Toller Wilson. And the Work Ethic Award, another senior who's really just shined this year, Emily Berg. And in Sounds of Calliope, most outstanding award goes to Grace Cochran. And the most improved award goes to Amanda Tapman. And Work Ethic Award goes to Izzy Brooks. Congratulations to all of you.
Yeah, good job, ladies. And next category is Company West. So the most outstanding member of Company West voted Lizzie McMaster. Most improved goes to Bella Weiss, and the Work Ethic Award goes to Carly Calories. So congratulations to these three, very, very deserving. Next group is Varsity Men's Chorus. So most outstanding member of Varsity Men's Chorus goes to Kyle Wilson. Most improved this year goes to Andrew Thexton. And the Work Ethic Award goes to Charlie Lee. So congratulations to you three. Next up is Vocal Showcase. The most outstanding this year goes to Peyton Glenn. The most improved this year goes to Alex Stockwell. And the Work Ethic Award goes to Ella Crust. So all of the individual choir awards, very deserving. And all of these 18 students will receive plaques at some point when we can figure out how to distribute the materials. So good job, everybody. The final category of awards are four kind of big senior awards. So we have three things. We have our National School Choral Award, which goes to our top performing male and top performing female. And then we have the Alex Iacovetta Spirit of Choir Award, which goes to somebody who really just embodies the spirit of what choir is all about. And then we have the Dedication to the Choir Department Award. So we're going to start with the National School Choral Awards. The female National School Choral Award goes to Ariana Kemmler. And Ariana, I was thinking back to what remarks I usually say a few words about each of these students. Ariana, I think it was on a choir trip to New York her sophomore year. And she, or maybe it was to a festival or something. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, we were traveling somewhere and she asked me, like, what were you thinking putting me into Vocal Showcase? Like, what did you see in me? And I said, you know what, I'll answer that question in a couple of years. And turns out I don't need to answer that question. All of her peers who voted for her have, as well as all of the accomplishments and making all-state choir numerous times and all of the groups that she's been in and the solos that she's had and all of the impressive performances on stage that she's delivered through her 4 years. I'm just really, really proud of you, Ari. So congratulations. And I'd like to invite you forward and just say a few words.
Wow, you have me crying on a live stream. Thank you so much. Never in a million years would I have thought I would be speaking on behalf of the choir department. It's such an honor to be recognized as a valuable member of the choir community. And as most of these speeches go, I wanted to recognize the importance that choir has had on my entire life. All of high school for me has been a struggle of trying to find my passion, something that I was actually decent at, and something I actually love doing. I constantly feel like the oddball. My peers are succeeding in academics, sports, and other hobbies, and when these same people ask me what my plans are for after high school, I honestly have no idea, and I still have no idea. However, when I entered the choir room on my first day of school, I instantly felt that something magical was in the air. The atmosphere of a daily class of choir is so positive and radiant, it leaves other classes in the dark. Now, I'm going to take you on a trip back in time. When I was 12 years old, I received a guitar for my birthday. I had no other dream than to be Taylor Swift and to perform for millions of people. Here we are, almost 6 years later, and my dream is to still be a performing artist, but I think that Taylor Swift aspect is gone. Music has changed my perspective on life. It has showed me that the creativity can be so extremely powerful. It can be a motivation for people. It can act as a release of thought or a way to mask fear. My sophomore year, when audition results were about to be posted, I was so incredibly anxious. I had no other hope than to have made Showcase. I wanted to belong to a group of such incredibly talented people and be recognized for something I felt made me truly happy. And I think that goes off of what you said. I really didn't feel like I belonged, and I wanted to know, but I'm so happy that I've been recognized. So let me tell you, when those results were posted, I fell to the floor crying, and I'm pretty sure my dad thought I was crazy. From that day on, my love and drive to succeed in a career of music has grown immensely. For the past year and a half, I have been working full-time along with school and extracurriculars in order to make my dream of pursuing music come true. I now have my own mini studio in my room where I can sit for hours and be as creative as I want. I can create my own sounds, my own melodies. Being in control of music is what I was meant to do. Grateful is not a big enough word to describe the way I feel for the opportunity I was given in choir. Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning, you have shown me that it is okay to make a career out of music. You have shown me without a doubt that vulnerability is so important to grow. You have given me a safe place for the past 4 years where I have found the best friends I'll ever have. I felt accepted and listened to, and where I finally figured out what my future after high school will hold. I'm so grateful to be here, thanking everyone for recognizing me as an important figure in the choir community. And one tip I have for everyone watching, never take for granted the opportunities you have at your fingertips. Thank you.
That was really well said. Thanks, Ari. And you had me in tears too. So our next award is going to go to our male National School Choral Award winner. And that person is Kaylin Brudos-Knuckles. So thinking about Kaylin, actually the first time I think I had a chance to hear him sing was, he must have been in like 4th or 5th grade, I'm not sure, but are you in the chat? Can you tell me real quick when this duet was with your sister, Kaylin? Like, how old were you? 6th grade, okay. Yeah. Anyway, he was in 6th grade, and his older sister, Jordan, I think it was her senior year, for the Pops concert, I sometimes have siblings put a little act together and perform, and he had this glorious, beautiful high soprano tone, and it was just awesome. And I knew that when he'd come to AWHS, that his voice would probably change, and that he'd be a really talented singer. And he has definitely lived up to those expectations. Just a lot of solos and performing in musicals and scoring really high on all-state scores, and just being an example too, not just being a talented kid, but this year in particular, just being a really good leader in the classroom by example of how to be in a choir rehearsal. And it's so helpful when somebody who's so talented is like down to earth and humble, and just has that example that everybody can look up to and follow. So congratulations to Kaylin. I'd love to have him come forth and share a few words.
Oh, yeah, I'm following Ari's suit, by the way. I'm going to start this by tearing up a little bit. Yeah, while Ari was giving her speech, I was actually thinking of that same performance with my sister. So, yeah, that was definitely a special moment. So I just wanted to say, like, as with it is with any of these kinds of awards, just a quick thank you to Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning and Emily and my homegirl Helen. You know, they're just such a great support group, and without that, you know, culture that they build of just vulnerability and dedication to music and being a good person in general, I don't think the choir department would be anywhere else without that. I think as far as dedication goes, one of my best memories is just every time I try to, you know, get out of a concert, like freshman, sophomore, junior year, for like a soccer game. It was usually soccer. Mr. Mon is like, no, you're going to go to the concert. And I was like, yeah, that's fair. You're 6'5" without the hair. And I totally agree. I'll go to the concert.
The hair adds an inch.
Yeah. And kind of like Mr. Manu was saying earlier, it's insane how much we as students kind of develop both in high school and through the choir department in the matter of 4 years. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that long, but there's a lot of maturity that goes on. I just remember like sitting in the choir hallway with like Cade and Kyle and Andy freshman year, and we'd be screaming our minds out, and Mr. Manu would walk out and just kind of like look at us and be like, what are you guys doing? I know you guys have so much potential. Why are you screaming in the hallway? Because he knew what we would eventually become. And so like juxtaposing that with, you know, having cordial meetings for preparing for collage with Mr. Manu is just, I think it's just really fun to look back and, you know, remember some of those times. And I guess I just kind of want to end it off with the fact that like 2 weeks ago, I was watching old Pops performances and I was bawling my eyes out. So, you know, this program has meant so much and I will miss it for sure. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.
Well,
Thanks for those words, Kaylin.
yeah, congratulations, Galen.
Thanks.
Next up is our Spirit of Choir Award. I usually bring on Marla. She's the mother of Alex Iacovetta, who the award is actually named after. Alex is a former member of our choir department. He was in, started out actually my very first year at AWHS. He was a freshman at Free Agents, and he eventually made his way into Vocal Showcase, and he came down with cancer and eventually lost his life in 2012. But Alex was one of those kids that just embodied what choir is all about, away from, you know, what talent has to do with anything. And Marla was actually, she had an emergency. She was planning on coming on today and sharing a few words about Alex. I made that a dedication as long as I teach at Arvada West and this part of the awards night comes along, that I would do what I can to keep Alex's memory alive. So we're happy to remember him in this way every year. So the Alex Iacovetta Spirit of Choir Award this year goes to Max Tuning. And we'll have to check out these. Is his other picture on there? I think he's got a second. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't know who created that, but I thought it was pretty funny. But anyway, you know, coincidentally, Max wins the most intense face award this year as well. I guess when I think of his spirit, it was really well deserved that he was voted to receive this award. Again, not only in performance, but just in rehearsals, he's always just singing with the most passion. It's really special to see, because that sort of enthusiasm and passion, it spreads around the room, and other kids see that and are like, gosh, maybe I could give a little bit more of myself too. And so when you perform, teachers ask students to just give pretty much everything of themselves. And with Max, that just happened all the time. Every time he opened his mouth to sing, that passion was there. So very deserving, and I'm really excited to have Max share a few words with us.
Goodness, I'm gonna cry too, if that's okay.
Sure.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you so much for this award. I really didn't think that I would be the type to win it. I never really thought that I was truly a choir kid, but I guess that this solidifies it now. So I am so unbelievably thankful for these last 4 years in choir. I have created a bond with the art of singing that I don't see breaking anytime soon. I have fallen in love with Showcase and with the art we produce, and it is really going to be hard to say goodbye without so much as one more rendition of River in Judea. But I guess there's nothing we can really do about that one. What I can offer to you all is this. If you truly, deeply, and passionately love something, never, ever let someone tell you that it is not worth it. Throughout my 4 years of choir, I have met resistance from people who I thought would support me no matter what, and I questioned whether or not I actually truly love choir at all. From this quandary, I learned that singing allows me to express emotions words cannot. Singing allows me to feel good, something I don't experience all the time. Singing allowed me to fall in love with my Showcase family and feel comfortable for once. Singing allowed me to learn about myself, about what I loved, about what I didn't, and without choir and without Showcase, I don't know where I would be right now. My journey through this department allowed me to experience what I would call love. Love for the art, love for my fellow singers, and love for the department and all. For those of you who get to experience choir another year in this department, open yourself up to the love that this activity brings. Because when you bring that feeling of love into your singing, it means something on a whole new level. Peace out, Arvada West Choir. I love you all.
That was really nice, Max. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So our last individual award is our Dedication to the Choir Department Award. Just like some of the earlier awards we gave out, we believe that what you give of yourself is just as important as the talent that you've been given. And so we like to award a graduating senior with this, just based on looking back at the last 4 years and what has this person given to the department. So this year's award goes to Maya Wessler. And when I think back to what Maya has done, she has, I think, given just about as much as anybody. Like even this, what we're experiencing right now with this awards night, she has done most of the work for. Mr. Penning and I, we put the Google sheet out and tallied the votes and put the names in, and that's pretty much it. The rest of it, we kind of just put on her. And actually, we didn't put it on her, she volunteered. And I know that she has put hours of work collecting pictures from people and organizing this. And the thing that you're going to see after this is a really special thing too. So I'm going to miss you a lot, Maya, and just the dedication that you bring and your passion and just love and feeling of importance that choir is that you continue to bring day in and day out. We we need that. We need that leadership, and we're definitely going to miss you. So I'd love to have Maya come forward and say a few words.
Hi, I will try my hardest not to cry because people are making fun of me in the chat right now. But I just want to say, first of all, thanks everybody for voting for me for this award. It's really hard to express what choir has done for me and how painful it is to leave it this way. I remember on one of my first days of class, my freshman year, Mr. Manu told us about an experiment done on a choir where after a minute of singing, the whole choir's heart rate synced up. And I think that's one of the only things that could put what I feel into words. The fact that music could be so healing and unifying for so many people from all different backgrounds is what has made choir for me. It's also a place where you can come as you are. Choir was a place where I went every day, and I never had to worry about who was friends with who or how people were looking at me. It's just a place where you and your classmates have this unspoken bond, even if you've never talked to them before. I really don't want to leave, but I want you all to know that even if we haven't spoken a word to each other, that I will always have love in my heart for each and every one of you, and I'm sorry that we couldn't say goodbye the way that we needed to, but we will one day. Above all, I've learned not to take anything for granted, and I cherish every moment that I got to spend in choir. Mr. Manu, Mrs. Terpenning, Helen, Emily, Sharon, and most importantly, all of you have made it easy to be most dedicated to choir. I love you all, especially class of 2020, and we just want to give you a shout out on the next slide. And there's just a couple more things to our awards night, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you.
Thanks so much, Maya, and congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Maya.
Thank you, guys.
Before we wrap up, is there anything you want to add, Mr. Penning?
Oh, just that every year when we do this, and I'm glad that I feel like the experience has been maintained of getting to see those our students speak. But I'm always amazed by the things that are said by all of you, by the students, and so that's just so special. And thank you to each and every one of you who's watching right now, and whether you're a parent or a student, and the contribution that you've made. And I wish that I got to talk to you all after this and hear how you're all doing. So we're going to honor the class of 2020 here soon. And, we so wish we could say goodbye in person, but come back and keep in touch. It's more important this year than ever. We really mean it. So we want to hear from you. And it's a tough thing, I think, to graduate during this time. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But I know that you guys are gonna use it to kind of propel you forward and learn from it. And we are gonna miss you. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, and I that was really well said, Mr. Penning, and I just want to echo that. I think one of the best things about the way everything's structured in our choir program and in high school in general is just the kind of the rites and rituals and rites of passage where people can kind of say goodbye gently and slowly through these various things. And when that's all taken away, that's been really, really tough, particularly for the seniors, because we, most of you, as you saw in that 4-year service award, most of these kids have been in choir all 4 years. And for a lot of these kids, I think the senior class can probably echo this, but for a lot of seniors who are in choir, I think choir might be one of the most important things of high school. And so it just breaks my heart that we can't be together in person and share those tearful hugs and all of those sorts of things. But know that choir is a bond that we can take with us past high school. It doesn't just end. You can keep singing in choir. You can come back and sing with us anytime for holiday collage and Pops concert. We'll probably be doing something at next year's Pops concert, if we can do it in person, hopefully, where we can involve our our seniors from this year in some way and give you the send off that you really deserve. So this isn't goodbye forever. It's just kind of unfortunate that we don't get to see each other in person, but just want to echo that we love you very much, and we're really proud of you. So we're excited to see this little presentation that's gonna close our evening. So thank you so much again for tuning in, and a reminder that a week from now, next Monday, the 18th at 7 p.m. On the same YouTube channel that you're watching this, we have our virtual Pops concert. So some really cool stuff is coming. We had dozens and dozens of solo and duet and small group submissions. There's a premiere of a virtual choir that our seniors are working on right now, and some other really cool stuff. So we'll be promoting tickets and all that stuff coming up over the next week. But we hope to see you then.
Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Hi again. So I know you're probably expecting a senior slideshow or something like that, but instead of making it about us, we wanted to make it about you guys. So we just want you to know how much we appreciate you. And like you said, choir is one of the biggest parts of high school for all of us. And it wouldn't be that way without you. So we're going to try it out. It is a little bit long, so we might not be able to watch the whole thing, but we're going to try it out.
Manu, I just wanted to thank you for these last 4 years. I've loved choir, and every day I've looked forward to coming to your class and making music. I remember my very first day of choir in women's ensemble, and we were doing a tuning chord for the first time, and I had a moment where I was like, this is what I love. And although I'm not going to pursue a career in music, I love it, and I've enjoyed every minute of your class. So I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Hi, Mr. Munn and Mr. Penning. Thank you so much for an amazing 4 years and all the experiences that I got to have. From going to New York as a sophomore, and most recently, going to DU as a senior. They've been so much fun. And all the choir concerts and everything has been so fun. You guys have taught me to be more of myself, and don't be afraid to have fun sometimes. Your class was always something I could look forward to if I was having a bad day. I know I could always come and talk to you guys about pretty much anything, whether it be class related or unclass related. 2 years ago, I lost my best friend. I couldn't thank you guys more for being there and being so understanding.
What's up, M-Train? I just wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for me, and you've given me a safe space to come to, and you've made choir my family, and you've helped me through so much throughout high school and gotten me through a lot. And I wanted to tell you how much you mean to me and how much you made choir mean to me. And I think it's really something special, and I don't think I'm ever gonna forget it, just because it's something that I'm gonna take with me for the rest of my life. And I wanted to thank you for that and giving me everything that you have and sharing all these wonderful experiences that I never would have gotten. So thank you, and peace out.
I miss you guys a whole bunch. Never knew how lonely it would be to just be isolated. I just wanted to say thank you so much for the past 4 years, for bringing so much light to my life and to other people's lives. You guys are truly the most inspiring people I've ever met. Just so much I wish I could say, but so little time. Thank you so much for showing me that I can pursue a career in music, that it's attainable, that it's reasonable, and it has a purpose. Thank you for giving me a place to be myself, to learn, to grow, and to flourish, and to find the best friends I've ever had. And the biggest thank you is thank you for supporting me in the way of allowing me to go on these trips that I would have never been able to go on. It's really, thank you so much. It's so greatly appreciated. I'm really going to miss you guys. You have no idea how much you mean to me. I know you hear it a million times, a million different ways, but you two are truly the best people I've ever met, and it's going to be really hard to say goodbye. I love you guys.
Hi, Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning. I just want to start off by saying thank you for all that you guys have done for me throughout the past 4 years of my life. Coming into the choir program, I knew that I loved singing, and I just knew that I loved music, and I had a passion for performing alongside my peers. But it is because of you two that I have come to cherish it, and I plan on being a part of professional choirs for the rest of my life because of you guys. Not only have you taught me how to be vulnerable, but I have grown so much as a person because of all of the wonderful and wise life lessons that you have taught me. You've grown my self-confidence, and you've allowed me to recognize all of the beauty in the world. Music is one of the largest blessings of my life, and it was because of you guys that it was brought into my life, and I'm always going to be thankful for that. I will always be eternally grateful for everything that you guys have done for me and all of the love that you have brought into my life, and just thank you for everything. I love you guys.
Hey, Mr. Manu. I just want to say how much I appreciate my time in choir. It was definitely the highlight of my time during high school, and I hope to carry what I learned in choir and from you and from Emily and from Mr. Penning through my whole life and try to implement it into things that I do and never stop singing. We all love you so much, and we know that you love us as well. And I just want to say how much I appreciate the work you put in and the amount you care for everybody and how kind you are with everyone. Have a great rest of the year and a great summer. Miss you.
What's up, Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning? I just wanted to say thank you for the last 4 years. I couldn't have asked for a better duo in really developing both me and our entire program as singers and just people in general. And I just wanted to say, give a special shout out to Mr. Manu for, dealing with me, Cade, Andy, and Kyle in free agents, because I know we were quite the menace. So yeah, thanks for working through that with us. And yeah.
Mr. Manu, I want to thank you for everything you have done for the choir department and me especially. I didn't have the confidence in my musical ability my freshman and sophomore year, and I would have quit if you hadn't pushed me to learn and grow and become better. And I know that without the choir department, my high school experience wouldn't have been half of what it was. Thank you for everything. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for believing in me. And thank you for giving me a family.
Hi, Mr. Manu. I wanted to say thank you so much for making my high school experience absolutely amazing. The past 3 years have been absolutely amazing in choir, and I'm so excited to continue on with that in college. Also, I wanted to say thank you for teaching us that it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to make mistakes. I have definitely grown as a singer and I've grown as a person through choir. And thanks to you, I have met so many people who are absolutely amazing, and we are all one big family in choir. Thank you so much for all that you've done. I can't even explain how grateful I am to have Arvada West Choir, and I'm absolutely blessed to have the choir as a part of my life. Thank you so much, Mr. Manu. I will truly, truly miss you.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for cultivating my love of music and making sure that I had outlets to express that. Even through all the rough times that we've been having lately as a nation and a choir community, missing our last concert as seniors, which kind of sucks. But even through all that and even through all of the struggles that I've been having on my own lately, it's been really nice to have this outlet that I can express myself through. I definitely couldn't have done this on my own. Yeah. Thanks for being that light that guided me towards this beautiful family of just choir nerds.
West Choir Department, more specifically Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning, I just want to say thank you. And I know that sounds cliche because it is, but I don't really know how else to describe how happy I am and how grateful I am that I got to experience this choir program with two amazing directors. And, I've been in quite a few choir programs and departments, whether it be community choirs or ones in school, but none of them have been as educational and as fun as the one at Arvada West. I mean, I've made so many memories and met so many people, and that's because of you guys. If I hadn't joined the choir program at Arvada West, I definitely feel like my high school experience would be lacking something. So I just really want to thank you, and I love you guys so much.
Hi, Mr. Manu, Mr. Penning. I just want to say thank you so much for the best 4 years experience of my life. Choir has always been the highlight of my years, and I really don't know where I will be right now without choir. You guys have always taught us how to be vulnerable, and because of that, I made so many new friends, and I know I could always be myself when I'm in choir. And I'm really going to miss you two so much when I go off to college. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Manu. Hey, Mr. Penning. I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for me. You've made the past 4 years of my high school experience completely worth it. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. You listened to my problems. Thank you, Mr. Penning, for being my choir mom. And I'm going to miss both of you so much, and I'm going to miss the choir so much. Thank you.
Mr. Manu, I cannot thank you enough for everything that you've done for me and for so many other students. I know that you probably hear this a lot, but you've honestly made my high school experience a bazillion times better, and I really don't know where I would be without choir and the community and the passion that it's provided me. The passion that you not only inspire in students, but that you exhibit yourself for music and for teaching is one of the most admirable things that I've ever seen in an instructor. And I feel so lucky to have gotten to have you as a teacher these past 4 years. So thank you so much for everything you've done and everything that I know you'll continue doing. And just wanted to say that I'm gonna miss AWHS Choir with all my heart.
Hey, Mr. Manu. Just here to say thank you for being the amazing teacher and director that you are. I know you must hear that a lot, but trust me, we all mean it. You've taught me so much about what it means to be a singer and someone who's skilled, but also someone who is a good person and kind and caring and someone who can connect with others in a way that's more complicated than just, saying hi in the hallways and casual talk. You've helped me become who I am today. And I just will always be thankful for the community that you've given me, knowing that I can come to school and have a place where I can be safe and communicate my emotions and feelings and know that there's, 50 other people who care, like really care about what's going on in my life and how I'm doing. It just makes all the difference. Thank you.
Mr. Manu, Mr. Penning, I cannot express enough how grateful I am for everything you do. Every day for the past 4 years, you've given me a place where I can escape the rest of my day and do something I truly enjoy, and for that, I'm so thankful. The sense of community you've given me and everyone else in the choir program is astounding, and it really shows how passionate you are about your job, and that's really something special.
Although I'm really sad that I don't get to hug my friends and cry while we sing River in Judea one last time, I'm really thankful for all the other memories that you've given me over the past 4 years.
Hey, Mr. Manu, thanks for making choir a safe place for me and for giving me a place to express myself and grow as a musician and just be vulnerable. I really love choir and it's inspired me a lot to become a better person and better singer, and I love the community that it has brought me, and I will really miss it next year. I'm really grateful for the opportunities that you've given us to express things that are important and to talk about things that mean a lot to us, and all through the power of music.
Hey, Mr. Manu, it's Erica. I just want to say thank you for honestly everything. Thanks for like believing in me sometimes, especially like when I first started in choir and I never had an audition for a choir before, which was a new experience. It was fun. Thanks for honestly just giving me a place to be myself. I know I had a lot of ups and downs in choir this past like 2 years. But choir was really just always there for me, and I want to thank you for that.
Hey, Mr. Manu, it's Evelyn. I just wanted to say thank you so much for being such the support you have been for me the past 4 years. You know, especially the past 2 years with me struggling with my own identity. You always made me feel like I had a place in choir and in the music department. And I'm forever grateful to you and all the things that you have supported me with and all the things you've taught me.
Mr. Manu, Mr. Penning, it's Julia, and my dog Murray. He wanted to make an appearance. I just want to let you guys know how thankful I am for you two. You've made my high school year so much better. Choir has really given me a home within school, and I'm so appreciative of that. These last 4 years, I've learned so much, and I've made so many new amazing friends, and I'm just very, very grateful. I'm really sad that the seniors don't get a final ending and a final closure to high school, but I am going to cherish the memories choir has given me for years to come. I miss you guys. Stay safe.
Hi, I just want to thank both Mr. Manu and Sir Penning for an amazing 4 years of choir. I made so many friends and memories, and I've learned so much about music and singing. And I also want to say thank you for all the opportunities, like all the choir concerts, the New York trip, just everything. Like, it was amazing. And I want to thank you for your support, even if it wasn't about choir. You were both always supportive and would talk to me just about anything. And I really enjoyed that. So I enjoyed everything. Thank you so much for everything. I've learned so much. And I miss you both. And thank you so much for everything. And this is Spinner, my horse.
For me, choir has always been somewhere that felt safe to me, somewhere where I could express myself and how I was feeling, and where I made some of my best friends in high school and where I could further my passion for singing. And thank you, Mr. Manu. You have been there for me, and you have taught me so much about vulnerability and expressing myself and being open in music, obviously. And I admire the community that you've built, and I'm gonna miss it every day, and I already do. So thank you.
Choir has been a big part of my life for 8 years, and every single year of choir, I've had some sort of participation with the Arvada West Choir and Mr. Manu and all them, and then finally going and being in this choir program has been absolutely amazing. Having been in choir for 4 years, and making all the friends who I now consider family is amazing. And none of it would have been possible without the help of Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning and all them giving a chance on all of us. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Manu, I just wanted to take a second here to say thank you so much for the past 2.5 years of choir. I wish I could say 4 or even say 3, but couldn't even finish out the last half, sadly. I just wanted to sincerely say thank you for probably the best part of my high school career was your class and the concerts and all that happened with meeting all these amazing, wonderful people and being taught all this new stuff about music I had no idea was a part classes, to say the least. And God, such amazing songs I can't get over. Even looking back on it now, it's amazing what we accomplished in 3 short years. But I wanted to take this second to say thank you for taking the time to teach me as well as everyone else at Arvada West, and I hope you continue to do so for as long as you can.
Hi, Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning. I just wanted to say thank you for all that you guys have done for us over the years. Choir has been so important to me. I've made a lot of my best friends and some really great memories there. And it's been a place where I can express myself and be creative. And it's been really important to me. So thank you.
Hi, everybody. Choir means so much to me, and just like any of the performing arts. And it's really gotten me to come out of my shell. It's taught me so many new things and definitely taught me about my love for music. And I thank you so much, Mr. Manu, for working so hard and for being a great mentor towards us and pointing us always in the right direction, and also helping us to achieve higher goals than we ever could have imagined. We love you, and we hope to see you soon.
Hi, Mr. Manu. I just wanted to say thank you so much for being my choir director these past 4 years. In choir, I've gotten to do some of the best pieces I've ever got to sing, and I always enjoy every single time we get a new piece. We're looking through it, sight reading just to see what it sounds like, and then at the end, it's just we get to recreate that sound in a whole new way, and it always makes me so happy to be able to hear the music that you give us and the music that we get to do. So thank you so much.
Hi, Mr. Manu. It's Max live from my bedroom, and I just want to say thank you for these past 4 years in choir. They truly have meant a lot to me, and I want to thank you for including me as part of the choir family, because sometimes I felt like I had nowhere else to go, but I knew that I had a place in the choir department. Mrs. Termenning, I am going to miss you so much next year, and I want to thank you for every hello, every good morning, every have a good day that you ever said to me, because it really did improve my day every single time. And I want to thank you, Mrs. Termenning, for supporting me throughout my junior year, because it was really rough for me. It was a really bad time in my life, and you helped me through it in so many ways by just being kind, and I want to thank you so much for it. Emily, I think I'm going to miss you the most of all, because I don't know who I'm going to make eye contact with in rehearsal when someone's singing out of tune. Like, who am I going to look at? All right. Thank you, choir department. Thank you, choir family, for everything. I'm going to miss you guys.
Hi, Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning. I just wanted to say thank you for everything that you've done for me, along with all the other seniors and every student for the past 4 years I've been in choir. Being in choir has really taught me the kind of person I am, and how to connect with others. Most of my friends are in choir, and I wouldn't have the people I have or know the things I know and know the type of person I am if it wasn't for choir. Honestly, I can't imagine my high school experience any other way without it. Or if I did, it probably wouldn't be good. So thank you so much for everything that you've done. I really know how to be more vulnerable and be okay with my emotions. And I just can't thank you enough for that. So thank you again for like the 3rd time. And I will definitely never forget this part in my high school experience.
Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning for putting in so much time and effort into the Arvada West Choir program. I have been so honored to not only be in the choir, but I've also been honored to accompany you guys. Not only have you guys provided a very incredible and prestigious program for us, but you've also reinforced the importance of community and family in a choir program. I'd like to say that a big part of the reason why I chose to not go to DSA was not transportation, but primarily because of the family and sense of community that Arvada West had provided me with that I knew that DSA couldn't provide. I encourage you guys to continue on this Arvada West Choir program, as well as to reinforce the importance of what we need in our society and Sarala society.
I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Manu and Mr. Penning for all of the love and all of the encouragement. The choir department at AWHS is one of the most close-knit, loving, and accepting communities at AWHS, and every day I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of that. So thank you for everything. I will miss this department so much.
Thank you, Mr. Manu, for giving me the opportunity to express myself when I didn't know how, and to just be involved with such a loving community that I honestly made the best memories with being a part of it. Like Arkansas and just Company West in general, and even the younger ensembles, just looking up to all the people that truly made the choir a family. And I'd also like to thank Mr. Penning for just being the sweetest, most loving person ever. You will be in my heart for the rest of my life. You've really impacted me, and I hope to keep your cheery attitude and just your ability to connect emotionally with things. Just thank you both so much.
Hi, Mr. Manu. I just wanted to get on here and say that honestly, choir has completely made my high school experience, and that's all thanks to you and Mr. Penning for making it the best experience that I could possibly be and being the best teachers that I could ask for. And I'm just truly so grateful for the past 4 years and everything I've been able to do with all of you and just being able to experience it with you guys. And I just want to say it's been the best 4 years of my life. It's truly like fostered my love for music, and it will stay there for the rest of my life. And we just hope you like the gift. We're sorry that we can't give you a bunch of grandiose things this year, but we're going to try our best. And we all hope to see you again, and we just love you so much.
I just wanted to thank Mr. Manu, Mr. Penning, and Emily for providing an amazing and fulfilling choir experience at Arvada West. Mr. Manu, you've always been like a stoic and magical elk prancing through a forest of music. You exude excellence in everything you do. Mr. Penning, you're more of a magical, like mystical rabbit. You have always pounced on everything that you've wanted to fulfill musically, and I think that's really respectable. And Emily, you're more like a wolf, just a strong wolf that is the guide of everyone in choir. You've guided the tenors and basses into so many sectionals, too many sectionals, I'll say, too many sectionals. I'm gonna miss you guys so much. I'm gonna miss joking around in class and making little to no sense. And yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys.
Oh.
We're all on.
That
was awesome.
Oh, thanks. That was quite a switcheroo you pulled.
We got the tricks up our sleeves.
Yeah, oh, that's so sweet. And I've
Yeah,
never
that was
been
really
called a mystical rabbit before. So, okay.
Yeah, a stoic. What am I? A stoic deer
Yeah, an elk, a deer.
Yeah.
prancing through the forest. That was nice. Well, it's really good to see all of you guys.
Yeah.
Feel free to use the hashtag #ElkElk.
Clara, by the way.
All
All
right.
right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed, and I think we're all good to wrap up.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
See you soon.
Bye. Congrats, everyone.
Bye.